Also, just look out for sometimes they have half price deals for the membership. So when we got it, it was like $35, which we got back. There's never really a right time.
No, there'll always be something. There will always be something. You go, oh, but it's getting married, or so and so is having a baby this year. There's always going to be events. And if you wait for there to be no events, you'll never go.
This episode of Big Lab Chats is brought to you by the BLC Crew. BLC Crew is your all-access pass to bonus episodes, expert advice and insider tools, and a like-minded community you need to plan and live your Big Lab with confidence. There's an interactive travel and research map, a premium ad-free content, exclusive behind-the-scenes access, and exclusive discounts and special offers just for club members. And there's a lot more than that too. So jump in over at blccrew.allaroundoz.com.au and we'll see you on the inside. Welcome back to another episode of Big Lab Chats. And today I have some special guests all the way from Brisbane today. And that is Deb and Jez from Grab Life by the Gourlays. Welcome, guys.
G'day, guys. Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. So you're calling in from Brizzy today?
Nice and cold in Brisbane today. So
Yeah, it's a little bit windy. Windy today.
Apparently it's far too cold for us Brisbane people.
Yes.
I hear you. We've gone through some like 2 degrees in the morning days because we're from Queensland as well. So it's way too cold for us Queenslanders.
Yeah. It is, definitely.
I'll get you to introduce yourselves because you know yourselves better than anyone. What's your story? How did you get started?
We saw everyone doing it. We thought, hey, why not us? Why not there and do it ourselves? They're at a great age that they will remember it, for one thing. They love camping, they love outdoors, they love getting amongst it. And we thought, why not? We did plan it originally for 2026 or 25.
No, originally we were talking 2026 and then we brought it forward. Things just aligned and we just went for it.
Caravan came up. At the time when we ordered our caravan, it was like COVID times and big long waits. And then a secondhand caravan, 6 months old, same one that we ordered, came up and just got back from there, half lap, and it was like 20, 30 grand cheaper. And it was pretty much what we ordered anyway. So jumped on it, brought our trip forward, and then off we went.
Gosh, that's meant to be, wasn't it?
And the kids were good ages and I was able to get long service leave and extended annual leave and not have to worry about pay for a year. So it was really handy.
And I was the same too. Work was good, got long service, got leave with that was half pay. And so that was good that while we're away, we got a fortnightly income as well, because as everyone knows, traveling is so damn expensive. It's not it's not cheap. I think before the market would be 50 grand a year would be what you travel with, but now it's probably doubled that with the increased prices.
But that's because everything else has gone up. So your fuel bills are higher, caravan parks charge more now.
Caravans are more now.
Yeah, your caravans are 50, 60 grand. Like when we first looked, first caravan we looked at was like 85 grand for the top of the line, like everything you could want on it. And now that same caravan is like 180.
I saw one recently and I think it was something like 350 or 400 grand, this caravan. I'm like, wow.
I mean, it's probably got features coming out while we're set up to travel Australia. You just need to travel within and just get out there, really. And I guess, I think all Queensland schools, we took the kids out for a year, obviously, and they got an exemption for attendance. But we did schooling along the way just so that they kept up to date. And
that is principal dependent.
Oh, true.
So some principals will sign off on it and some won't. It's more than happy for us to go. He was like, go, have a great time. Kids will be fine.
That's what we did.
You're letting that talk at any point.
No, there's this weird lag going on my end. I don't know what it's like at your end, but I think it's like it's blowing a gale here, so I think it's really affecting it. Anyway, we will get through it. Did you do some formal education? I'm not familiar with what happens in Queensland with the schooling system. If, you get this exemption, then do you have to apply for certain work or for the kids or what? How does it work?
If you get the exemption, you can just do your own thing, basically. So then it's on you to keep them up to where they should be and make sure you're at what you should be covering. So I just got them a bunch of workbooks from Kmart and like the local bookstore for their grade levels. And then we did reading eggs. And then they just learned heaps of other life skills and stuff along the way anyway.
Yeah. They're learning every day when they're on the road, aren't they?
Very much.
What a great life for them. And have you worked along the way?
No, we didn't have to work. We've stopped for the time being because we're between vans now. So we're back working at the top in the bank accounts up nicely. So the kids have gone back to their school whilst we're stopped. So
School,
cool.
sports.
That's great.
They're back into life. They're loving being back, but they also do miss travel as well. But I think their friends here, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And they've had no trouble sort of slipping right back into that routine?
Like they never left, really. Like they've gone straight back in. Although Benji's now, can we go back to travelling? Because homeschooling was easier than going to school. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Yes, it wasn't fun for us. So people who do that full time, hats off to you. Or maybe it's just our kids. They would, if they just get it done, that would have been done in 10, 15 minutes, but they just drag stuff on and then they procrastinate and then they get frustrated, we get frustrated. I wasn't a big fan of homeschooling.
You did not do most of it. That was mostly me.
But still, we didn't like it. But we got through it. They got through their workbooks. But all in all, I don't know. Not a big fan of the homeschooling.
I don't think you're alone there. I've interviewed a few families. Tradies on tour were the same. They don't like it either, but they've sort of gotten into a rhythm now. And is your van a secret?
It is. We haven't actually said who we've gone with this time. Okay. We've gone a little bit bigger and a different layout. So we'll see. Mm-hmm. So we've got about 6 weeks left.
It'll be interesting to see.
Super excited.
Marking the days off the calendar.
Melbourne.
Yes, the countdown is on the phone.
But a month or two ago, we went down to Melbourne to pick colours and all of that kind of stuff. So I think most of the manufacturers are Melbourne-based anyway.
A lot of them.
Yeah, yes. A lot of them are. We've got a few up in Queensland. So kids, they had a blast down there. They loved the flight. A little adventure. We only just went pretty rushed.
Oh, cool.
In and out and then back at night.
That's all the exciting bits, choosing the colours. That's when you know you're getting really close.
So it'll be good when we see it all put back together and turned out.
Awesome. And you're heading off again indefinitely or for a set time?
At the moment, it'll be set time trip. So our daughter has hearing loss. So she's having surgery in October to basically reconstruct one of her ears. So she'll have to be close to her specialist for the next few months whilst we let that all heal. But we have booked to go to Tassie next year. And she'll need the other ear done. So it'll be the same thing. We'll have to wait.
Okay. Will you be hanging around the Brisbane area then?
And so shorter trips for the next little bit.
Until all the ears, see how we go and top the bank accounts up again.
Well, that's the beauty of being so flexible, isn't it?
That our dog's 12, so we don't know how much longer she's got with us. Last year she stayed with my parents for the year whilst we were gone. Can't really put that onto another family, so we'll see how she goes. She's supposed to be coming to Tassie, so we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. I believe Tassie's fantastic. Ventnor Van's been down there for a fair few months and they've just loved it.
We've been watching their stuff. It looks good.
It does. What's the one thing most lappers overlook that could make or break their entire journey around Australia?
Something to make or break.
And this is probably pretty common. Most people, us included, didn't factor into the fact that when we are at home, kids go to school, we go to work, everyone gets their own alone time. That doesn't happen when you're 7 and everyone starts to get on each other's nerves. So you need to factor in some like alone time, whether you go for a run or a walk or whatever, but it definitely makes an impact.
For sure. That's one thing, and there's only 2 of us, so it's true, because you have your life at home where you go off to work and you go off to work, and then, you know, you only see each other for a couple of hours a day, but like you say, it's 24/7. What's your secret to finding the most breathtaking yet completely under the radar destinations? I've looked at your Instagram and it looks beautiful.
We've come across some crackers. I don't know, for me, because we're in Queensland, Western Australia was, I think, for me, I thought that was the best part. We spent 5 months out of 12 in Western Australia. And we could have spent longer, but then we would have missed out on a lot of other stuff. And we have missed out on a lot of other stuff.
Just have to go back.
A year is not long at all. It goes so quickly. And went really quick. I think the first couple of months was just slowish, but then it just took off. And the next thing we know, we're in WA, and then 5 months have passed. And it's like, oh, we got to start heading back. And
Just the research person, you would just get in the car and go, where are we going today?
hey, that was, if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Really? I can drive. And also,
But
I can plan. Did you plan anything? No. I would spend hours and hours searching wiki camps, other people's Instagrams, just even if you were in a town, searching in what things were to do in that particular town or near there. Get talking to other families. Be like, oh, I've seen this place. And you'd be like, oh, no, we'll go there. Some of it, I'm sure, is a lot of local knowledge. If you spend enough time in a community, you'll start picking up things from the locals. But a lot of people traveling now, so you can find a lot of places easily if you just have some search. Someone's Instagram will pop up or someone's YouTube video. And then once you get on there, then you can search around those areas and see, oh, what else is around there?
Mm-hmm.
You spent,
Good tip.
I spent.
Do you have a favourite?
Minutes.
You want to finish your
No. Oh, well, Deb spent hours planning. I spent hours driving and minutes planning too.
Well, what the occasional 5-minute scroll. Hey, look at this place.
Yeah, just quick, like, there we go, done.
There's more that you have to know though when you do that, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes you just, oh, that looks nice. We'll just rock up, or we discover it by accident. Sometimes
a few places we discovered by accident because we took the wrong turn down the track.
And then end up in the middle of nowhere, but absolutely amazing and beautiful. Maybe a few pinstripes along the way.
That's one thing I didn't ask you, what your setup is. I know what it is, but for those people that haven't met you yet or are listening in, they won't know. Maybe?
We have a 2023 Y62 Patrol, and we just sold our Marble Thunderstorm double bunk caravan. So that's done out, and it's actually gone to another family who's about to go do it whilst we wait for our new van, which we're not disclosing yet.
Yeah. It's done 2 laps.
Yeah. So it's done the lap that the first family did, and now yours as well. Good car, by the way.
It goes well. Haven't had really any issues, except maybe a CV boot split on the Unadada. Rock hit it, but other than that, it's been pretty good. A little thirsty being a V8 petrol, but it tows beautifully. No lack of power. No, it's been really good along the way. Apart from that CV boot, which was, can't help being unlucky getting a rock. Split it, and that wasn't too bad. It parked us up for a week in Cooper Pedy while we were waiting for parts to get shipped up, and And then we spent way too much time in Cooper Pedy for.
Oh, we planned to be there for 3 days and we were there for a week.
But
Yeah,
it's
all part and
not a
parcel.
bad spot. We that's right. I don't know about, we've got a Y62 as well, and that's the first thing people want to know is, what's your petrol consumption like? Do you get that a lot?
And it's constantly in all the Facebook groups. Has anyone got a patrol? How much petrol does it use? Oh, honestly. Yeah. Basically, you start towing, you weigh 7 ton, you're all using a lot of fuel, regardless of what you're driving.
It was
Exactly.
when we spoke to other Land Cruiser drivers, it was pretty comparable with towing. When you're not towing, obviously, probably I think the Land Cruiser does it better, but around town, a V8 petrol is pretty thirsty.
And nothing sounds like them, so, you know,
No,
that's the main thing, isn't it?
Exactly. So you gotta just weigh it up.
We're the same. I think we've had a couple of flat tires. That's the only thing, which is no fault of the car. But it really does. We've just clicked over 60,000, and the mechanics are saying there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great car. It's like driving it. I always say it's like driving around, sitting in a lounge suite. The comfort level's pretty good as well.
Yeah, it's pretty spacious inside. What do we have to compare it against? We tried a 300 series, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it just didn't, for us personally, it just didn't feel as nice inside.
And because our kids are still in car seats, you lose a lot of space with the car seats being in the car. So it just felt a bit more like they didn't have, when you're going to be in the car for long trips, you want them to have some actual space around them and not feel like they're squished in with their knees up around their chest.
Yeah. You don't need those arguments. Get out of my space and you touch me and all of those things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you have a favourite spot that you'll go back to?
We absolutely loved.
To hear Deb's favourite free camps and low-cost camps around Australia, head on over to the BLC Crew. That's blccrew.allaroundoz.com.au. Or
Everyone needs to stop there.
Free campers up on the range, amazing sunset. I'm sure it'll be amazing sunrise too if you're awake. We weren't.
Yeah.
We're usually a late
we won't be.
I usually get to bed late, and so don't get up as early as I should. Unless there is something we need to get to, I will get up.
Yeah, that's always good. What are the 3 biggest money-saving hacks every lapper needs to know before they leave?
Meal plan. Get in the habit of meal planning. So when you're in a bigger town, you can stock up at your Coles or Woolies or Aldi, if you've got an Aldi, or your essentials with you. And then obviously if we were in smaller towns, we'd get coffees or go to the bakery and stuff like that to support them. But if you want to try some money, don't leave all of your bulk shopping to the IGAs and the smaller stores because it will cost you a lot more, understandably. But so things like your rice and your pastas and all that stuff that you can just shove in a cupboard at the back, it's not going to go off. Definitely keep those with you every time you go through a bigger town, stock up on that. If we were going, like when we did the Give and places like that, I would pre-cook a lot of meals and then freeze them. So then if you're out exploring all day, you can just come home and defrost a meal and eat it. You didn't actually have to cook it. And then you can vacuum seal it flat so it takes up less space in your freezer.
Great tips.
Oh, the Woolies Everyday Rewards Plus, I think they call it now. But then you get 10% every month off a shop, like off one shop. So we would just plan it that if we were going to do our really big shop, that was the 10% off one, so that you could save some money on it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Which was
great tips.
What was the savings up to?
Oh, you got up to $50 off in a shop.
50.
No, they let you do $50 a shop, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. All right. But also just look out for, sometimes they have half price deals for the membership. So when we got it, it was like $35, which we got back and more in our first shop. But it also includes Big W?
No, that's stopped.
Oh, is it stopped now? Okay.
The other thing is Gourlays Parks app. I think it's $50 for 2 years. Definitely worth it. That one and Travel Australia Kids Talk membership, which is $50 for life, I'm pretty sure. Then we would just check whoever had the better option for where we were heading towards. So if you need to caravan park, obviously some towns there are only caravan parks. There's nothing else. Like some towns won't let you free
That's
camp, like Exmouth and places like that in the caravan park. So if you've got the Day Parks app, you can save some money that way. The other one is save some money. So it's worth checking all those as you go around.
That's a good tip. Very good tip. If you could only give one piece of advice to someone planning their first lap of Australia, what would you tell them?
Just go. It doesn't matter what your setup is. We met people in camper trailers, the U-Boot caravans that cost more than ours, the American trucks that cost more than our car. We even met one family who were moving across the country and they were doing it in a Mazda 2 and a Ute. They're still getting out there. Just go, have fun. Just watch your weights.
Yep.
Because everything adds up very quickly.
Just travel within your means, because you don't need the biggest and best setup.
No.
You just need to travel within your means. If you've got a Jayco or if you've got a hybrid, it doesn't really matter. Someone was traveling in a electric car
Oh, that family.
around, and they were doing okay. Obviously, they didn't have a caravan to pull with the electric. They towed with what they had, with what they could, and yeah, no issues at all. But there's never really a right time.
No, there'll always be something. There will always be something. You go, oh, but it's getting married, or so and so is having a baby this year. There's always going to be events. And if you wait for there to be no events, you'll never go.
I agree wholeheartedly with that one. Life just keeps happening whether you're there or not, hey? What's the biggest myth about travelling Australia that needs to be busted?
And it's cheap.
Yes.
Well, that it's cheaper than being at home.
That could be comparable depending on your lifestyles.
True. More on fuel. You're travelling more. Well, I guess it all depends on how you're living at home. If you're doing big Ks at home, then you're doing big Ks when you travel. So that could be comparable.
I would say that the biggest thing is that you will meet families and kids the same age everywhere you go. You won't. There are times when it's just the four of you or the three of you or however many's in your family and the kids are bored, then you're nuts. Your husband's driving you nuts. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. There are hard times and it will be tough at times, and times you will want to get on a plane and come home. But it's
Fortunately, those times are only short-lived, aren't they? Those times where you think, I just want to go home.
And that's it. Have more than a 3-minute shower.
Yes.
Yeah. Because traveling, especially because we did a lot of off-grid traveling, off-grid camping, water is limited. And the kids learn really quickly, and we're actually really good at showering really quickly. I don't know if it was good cleaning of the kids, but they were in and out pretty quickly. And there's that time.
Got the sand off.
pretty much.
Pretty much. But another good tip for if you want to save in water, we did have a lot of showers. Because sometimes you're out all day exploring, you come back, you're so knackered and tired, you just want to go to bed. They're filthy, so you just get out the baby wipes, give them a rub down, clean them up, brush your teeth, into bed, all sorted.
Is there any other way that you would suggest people could save on water as well? Do you have a bladder or something like that?
We did. We have a water bladder for the car. And then if we were to be off-grid for longer, we would take like the 10-litre water containers you can get from Coles and Woolies, and we just stash them at the end of or the footwell of the car under the kids' feet. So then we had like separate drinks, and the van tanks were just showering and dishes and stuff like that. We have a compost. We don't use any water in our toilet.
Yeah, that's a huge bonus.
The original toilet was a cassette toilet, and we knew we were going to do a lot of camping, and so did some research and we'll get a compost toilet. You're a bit about it.
Oh.
But it was new because we knew nothing about it when we first
Yeah.
got it. But learned to use it properly. I think the longest we went without emptying the solids was 5 weeks. And then,
Okay,
obviously
it's
you
great
empty
for a
four.
family.
Yeah, for a family of 4, it did well. We had a Nature's Head composting toilet. We're getting another composting toilet in the new van, but we're going to go with a different brand, Ogo.
Yeah, mostly for us, the new van is a different layout, and the Nature's Head, yes, it's good, but you have to take the whole thing out to empty it, and it just looks really ugly, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not the prettiest, but it has, I think, one of the largest solids containers, and less parts. It's a manual agitation with that. You handle your foot and turn it to agitate it to do its thing. But with Yogo, it has a smaller bucket, but push button agitates it. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
We met a lot of people on the road that had it, and it's been pretty good for the most part. Obviously, there's more moving parts, having a motor in there, and obviously that there's more chance of it breaking down, which we did come across a family that did.
One family.
Yeah, that's what I said. We come across a family. So until they got new parts, they had a stick.
Can you tell this is a point of contention?
I've heard about this.
Which toilet we got in the new van, because someone didn't want to go to one with an electric motor. Not naming names, but yes, a lot of toing and froing to the point that the van company was like, "Okay, we need your toilet choice because we've got to actually order one in."
So we went to a warehouse and we actually tried them out. Not tried them out, did our stuff in it, but we sat on them with our pants on. We sat on the Zogo and we sat on the separate tiny, which bag system. You put a bag in and then you sit on it, opens, do business, and then but we got the kids to sit on it, and we thought, our
kids aren't heavy enough for the weight. It needs the weight pressure to open the separate tiny. And if the kids weren't sitting in the right spot, it wouldn't open properly. And I was like, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a Nature's Head as well, and I agree with you. They're ugly as all get out. But that's the one reason we put ours in our van, save on water wherever we could. And I did because I was all for it, but Kev wasn't at the time. And so I did a spreadsheet with the amount of water we'd save, and it was quite substantial.
Yeah. It's amazing how much just flushing the toilet uses.
Recently, we hired a motorhome because obviously we sold our caravan, and kids loved it.
It's not for us.
It's not for us. Maybe it was just the motorhome that we got. There wasn't much space. Anyway, it had a cassette toilet, but the kids, they just hold their finger down. Like we were hooked for water, but then the canister there.
They got to empty the canister every couple of days because the kids have filled it with flushing the toilet.
Yeah, you got to add chemicals, and then you got to empty the devil's esky, and it's. We're glad we're going with another compost.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Yep. I think it's only caravanners that talk about toilets, isn't it?
Oh, pretty much.
How do you stay connective and productive on the road without sacrificing the adventure? Because I know you're regular on socials and YouTube as well, so you must spend quite a bit of time doing that.
YouTube is Jeremy's domain. I do nothing with it. I couldn't video edit to save my life. So that's him. I try and do more of the stories and commenting and stuff on Instagram. But it was mostly a late night job of everyone goes to bed and you're suddenly there uploading all the stories, and we're so far behind in posts, like still months and months behind in actual posts, because we never intended to get that far behind. We were like, oh, we'll post once we've left somewhere just for safety for the kids and stuff. They're riding their bikes. Whatever. We didn't want anyone to know exactly where we were all the time. And then somehow it became a couple of weeks behind, and then it was like a month behind, and now it's 6 months behind. So it'll get there.
Delayed posting at the moment, but we're slowly getting there. And on the road, be late nights every night for me. I'd be up trying to edit.
That's not any different to you in a house.
Okay, I'm still late nights every night. 1, 2 in the morning, just daylight.
There's a few of these.
That is late.
Everybody falls asleep.
It's
Fingers resting on the keyboard, and I'm like, you're doing nothing. You may as well just go to bed.
no, it's MacBook meditating. You never heard of it? Like on your MacBook, and you meditate. You're just thinking, and it's working up there, and then you got to do the instead of hum. So it's a bit of a different meditation. But once that happens, and then you go, okay, it's time for bed. So we're getting there because editing takes.
Takes time.
It does take time.
It's not a quick thing.
No, and the day's busy with what have you. It's usually just when the kids go to bed, me time, editing time, us time. It's just trying to find time. We just don't have enough time, really, literally.
You're busier than you thought.
And life just goes by so quickly. Sure does. And the kids, they grow up so quickly. So yeah, not a good time to go. That doesn't make sense.
That was terrible, Grandma.
That was terrible. All right, just go out there. Kids are young, still go out. We did the Cape with Benji. He was 8 months.
No, 10 months.
Okay, 10.
Oh,
That was a rooftop tent. So there was the three of us in a rooftop tent go to the Cape when he was 10 months old. There was not a lot of sleep happening
Wow.
for anybody for that
No,
trip.
plus he had
No.
huh?
No, tonsillitis.
Yes, tonsillitis. My bad. You were pregnant, then you got sick as well,
No, flu.
and I was
Oh,
just
gosh.
driving solo with everyone in the back just sorry for themselves. It was a good trip anyway. Definitely worth it. I might go back and do it in a caravan with more space than a rooftop tent.
Rooftop tent.
Yes.
Wow. That's incredible with a 10-month-old
I look back
and
now.
being pregnant.
We found out I was pregnant literally the day before we left, and I was like, so I look back now and I'm like, how did we survive? Just a rooftop tent with a 10-month-old and 2 adults, but it was good, and we'll go back hopefully, maybe not next year, but the year after we'll hopefully be back up at the Cape, so we'll see.
It's amazing when you look back through your life and you think, God, how'd I do that?
Crazy.
But you just get
like
out
that.
there,
You
you just do it.
For sure. What's one tip that saved your bacon on the road but you've never shaved? I'll just start that again.
Never say, oh, wait,
What's a
I
tip
shaved
that you
last
can
night.
share? What's one tip that saved your bacon on the road but you never share it online?
Glad wrap and hose clamps. Because if you break clamp, get hit by a flying rock, you're going to need it.
Yes.
So our last caravan had hydraulic disc brakes. And so if the brake lines got clipped by a rock, they would come undone and then you lose pressure. So you'd have to glad wrap the end of it off and then put a hose clamp on it until you can get back into town to top up the tank and give it some more oil and pressure.
From Unadana to Alice Springs, we were only on 2 brakes on the Caravan. Still pulled up fine, which we found out by testing it and just locked up and skidded.
Smoked.
Well, just traveling slowly in town just to test it. I don't know, I had a lot of spares of little things.
Have some basic knowledge. Some people we met couldn't change tyres or plug tyres. Just some very basic bush mechanics to get you out of trouble because things happen. Like another family we met, their entire rear suspension just unbolted itself from the car, and they had no idea how to. So there was some bush mechanics involved in that with a few families to get it all back together. And we were on the Gibb, so there's no a tow truck to get you is about $5,000 minimum. So make sure you've got some off-road recovery in your roadside or insurance.
So before we went to the Gibb, we upped our insurance.
No, not the insurance. The insurance stayed the same.
Oh,
we
no,
increased the off-road recovery.
Off-road recovery.
Our cars was Club 4x4, and you can have off-road recovery increase. So we put it up. So just policies, people.
That's a big one. We had our first patrol caught fire.
Oh.
And was written off finally written off. It was nothing to do with the car itself. It was the work that had been done on it.
Yep.
And it was like pulling like pulling teeth, getting answers out of our insurance company. Yeah. And fortunately, Kev likes reading policies, and because he knew the policy, he was able to talk to them about what was right and what was wrong.
Yeah.
With what they were doing. So it's a big process, and I think it's a smart thing to do, like get better coverage rather than rely on your insurance company. That's a good one. Okay, that's about it from me. Is there anything else that you'd like to share? Any other tips that you can think of?
Before we left, I know this might be just us specific because we never ever used an oven. So we got our oven removed, had a cupboard, Thermomix on the road with us, which we use all the time. Every couple of days, make a meal, last 2 days, and then we removed the oven so we could have room for the Thermomix, and that thing was amazing. We use it every couple of days here. Now, we just upgraded to the TM7, which just came out. And
you with it?
It's really good. And it's so much easier just to take it places. So it'll fit in the new van much, much easier.
And the good thing about it, it tells you what to do. So you can't really stuff it up. Like, I don't mind cooking. You do most of it, but
I don't know. There was still some messages the other day. We haven't got cayenne pepper. I was like, the kids won't eat it if it's got cayenne pepper. Don't put it in.
Okay, it tells you what to do. It doesn't tell you where things are.
Maybe the next model.
Take a photo. Where is it? It's in the cupboard. Yeah, that's been good. And we'll definitely take it on our next trip. We'll take it everywhere where we go, actually.
Do you do everything? We've got our Thermi with us too, and I wouldn't be without it because I used it just about every day at home anyway. So do you I probably don't use mine for every single thing. Like I know people use it for their kettle, eggs. Do you use it in that range or purely for cooking?
We use it not so much for the kettle. Like the kettle, we still normally just have a normal kettle, really.
Yeah, just a cheap $15 or $10 Kmart job. Does the trick.
But I will do it there. And I really got it again. So I've been baking like cheese and bacon rolls and sausage rolls and everything in it now. And just from not having to knead things, I can throw it all in and 3 minutes later it's kneaded it for me. I just pull the dough out and turn it into rolls. Like it's just so much easier.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. And then like we've been using Thermomixes for 8 years and I haven't bought in those 8 years. Like I just make stock and freezer.
Yeah, that's brilliant to pull out when you need it. And even a couple of weeks ago, we made a soup based on our stock mix, and it was beautiful. I haven't done that before.
Good.
When we first did
What's the difference? Sorry.
Yeah, so when we looked at the Thermomix, I was, why do we need that? We can just do it ourselves, and then had the demo, and then probably never be without it now because it just does it all. Even if you can't cook, it'll tell you. So that's a really good thing.
Yeah. And I think it does the best rice.
It does do rice beautifully. I just like you can layer everything.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. You can cook a whole meal on the whole thing. Okay. Well, that's it from me, and thanks very much for joining me today, and thanks for all your tips. I'm sure the listeners will find those really helpful. So thanks for joining me.
No worries. Thank you very much for having us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for the invite. It's been good
You're
fun.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks for tuning in to Big Lap Chats. We hope today's episode helped you take another step towards planning your lap of Australia. And if you're already on the road, we hope you picked up some great tips on where to stay and what to see and do along the way. If you found it helpful, we'd love your feedback. Head over to allaroundoz.com.au/podcast, where you can also download the show notes and find more resources to help with your journey. We'll be back next week with more tips and stories about caravanning, camping and planning your lap of Australia. Until then, happy travels.